Hi, this is Belinda Aussie Stitcher coming to you on this Father's Day, Sunday the 5th of September 2022. I am back with all the distractions because it's a Sunday and kids are around. Basically, I haven't come back to film because I did not stitch at all in August and I didn't really stitch much. The previous month, basically my stitching bug just took a massive dive. Life got really busy, kids, sport, work. It was just all insane, and we've just finally got to the point where everything's calmed down and we can take a collective sigh and get life back on track. And that's basically it. It's just been insane. Apparently I need to put washing away. So what I've got to show you today is some WIPs. A little parcel and a whole bunch of stuff that I UFO'd. I know, shocking. So first up, we're going, how many WIPs did I stitched on? From the looks of it, I did 3 WIPs at some point. So the first one is Siren in the Shipwreck by Mirabilia. It's Mirabilia 125. And I'm doing this on, I got my board, Michaela found it. I am doing this on a die from Colour Casade's 28 count. I cannot tell you how many stitches I done or anything like that. I just know I stitched on it and I did the body and in here. So if I still have a before pic, here it is at some point, and here is where I am now. I love her. Cannot wait. This will be the first, oh no. Summer one was for me, summer Mirabilia, so this will be the second one that I do for me, that I get to keep for me. I just love her. So happy. I backstitch as I go. So I did some of these are all in crying ink, and then I did in here. I've done what I can just to keep me on track. Yeah, but absolutely love her. Hoping for a finish this year. Honestly don't think I'll get there, but it'll be definitely, hopefully a February at the latest finish next year. Project bag is from Stitch and Button. By the way, if you're not already a member of Stitch and Button's group, she's doing a 12 Days of Christmas where you get a Christmas bag plus goodies like needle minders and I don't know what else she's doing, but I know a bag at least, and a needle minder and some other really cool goodies because it would be cool. Fix doing it. So join her group. She's got limited places. So I think they're about $125 USA plus postage, but she will post international. My second one is also in a Stitch and Button bag, and it's a Perfect World. This is another one that I was hoping to get done by the end of the year. So if I sound a bit funny, one of the things that also happened during this month, last month, sorry, is that we kept getting sick and one of the kids brought home the flu. We haven't had COVID yet, but we definitely got the flu, and I'm so thankful that we had the flu shot. I'm just getting over it. A Perfect World. And in a perfect world, you would find me here with the birds and the flowers and the dogs and the deer by Scarlet House. This is stitched on a 38 count using all the cord for over dies. Here is where I was before. And here is where I am up to. I finished this. I think I did this, maybe this one as well. 36 count bittersweet, something like that. Love this. It is tiny for a sampler, but it is still time consuming. So I think I got maybe 500 stitches and then kind of went meh. And I usually do 1,000 before I move. And the last one I stitched on was Anzac, apparently, by Dog Sampler. This is also, no, this is stitched on 32 count, and I don't know what it is from. Yeah, mind blank. Iona's in the kitchen, if you can hear her. This is stitched with just 310. I did over here, maybe a bit down here, but definitely up in here. If I again have a before pic, I will show you. So the dirt represents, for me, the earth of Australia, which is what our First Nations, you know, they're really big on, obviously, country. And the black is representing the black Maori tattoos of the Maori people. Love the little details. This is, I'm pretty sure, it's a possum. Got some birds happening up in here. The kangaroo is fighting. Lots of Australian goodness in here. And that's it, guys. At the minute I am stitching on Shakespeare's Fairies, and that's been on my frame basically all of last month, and I've only just started stitching on it. So it is what it is. This is another stitch and button bag. So now for got a little care package from Stitch and Button. It did come with a chart that she had finished with, and I said I would like to do it. But to be honest, I think I've taken that chart and given it out. Iona, can you just come over and grab something for me, please? Can you grab that just underneath my diary? Yeah. So what Iona is grabbing, because I'm already using it, is that I got one of these little mini pouches from Stitch and Button, and these are perfect to put all like the specialty threads or metallic threads, beads. I've brought some from Stitch and Button Vicky, and I've also been gifted some from Melody, and they are just divine little bags. Yeah, so awesome. And all the metallic threads from Shakespeare's Fairies. She also a thong or a flip-flop, blue, favourite colour, needle minder, some beading thread and some beading needles to try out. There was other little bits and pieces in here as well, but I think I've taken them out and used for some other things because I've had this for quite a while now. So thank you so much, Vicky. And that's it, guys. I haven't really been buying anything at all. So This is going to be like the shortest video ever. We'll come to the long part of it as I show you my UFOs. Basically, I just went through, realised I'm not liking all my WIPs enough to want to keep stitching them. Some of them I haven't pulled out. I haven't got the ones that I'm going to restart. I've got one restart here. This is not everything. This is what I found in a very short period of time because I did decide to do this very last minute. So, here we go. Queen Mermaid, I have decided to UFO. I'm just not liking her. I'm going to keep the chart, but at this stage anyway, I just don't liking it. I don't know if it's the fabric, but since I've started it, I have not wanted to stitch on it. Could be the fabric. But that's all I've done in like 2 years. Haven't even wanted to pick it up. So, yeah. And a lot of these are like that. Like, I just don't want to stitch on it. It's not that they're not pretty or not nice. I just don't want to stitch on it. Not something I can see on top of my wall anymore. So, I'm not going to just have them in my pile. This one is Waiting for Ships. Now, this one, I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I think this might be the UFO as well. I need to go back over my, I think this is pretty short, is another UFO. I don't sound so sure, which is why I'm not throwing the charts away. So I have it, there we go. And that's again all I've done, not overly loving it. Loving the fabric though, I like this fabric. So yeah, it is what it is. This one is a definitely UFO. And this is Blossom Goddess. This one I have done a little bit more too. I've tried stitching it a few times. I love the colours, I just don't love it. And I don't want it up my wall. So that's going. And I'll keep the fabric. I'll have that as a one night to get rid of all the stitches and reuse the fabric. This one is Garden Beauty, and I like this. I don't like how it's stitching up. I don't like the colours. It's like those colours are off, and I'm not very good at changing colours. That's all I've done, and I don't like it, and I don't want to continue, so that's not getting done. But yeah, the photo and the colours are two different things, and I don't like it. So that one is also going. Definitely a UFO. This one is a restart, and this is kills me because I've done so much to it. But this one is purely the fabric. Enchanted Aurora by Joan Elliott. The fabric itself, the colour is stunning. The fabric is crap. It is, yeah. I don't enjoy stitching on this at all. It's very, one thread's thick, one thread's thin. It's really uneven. But I love that colour. Is stunning, but I don't like this, like stitching on it. And I started this like 6 years ago. Should have been way more done than what it is. So this is going to be a restart on decent fabric that isn't that horrendous, and I'm going to love stitching on it, and I'm going to fly through it. These are also UFOs. This one, Fortunate Owls, that's definitely a UFO. I had done like a little bit. I was going to do it for Will, but Will has no interest in it, and I have no interest in stitching it. So that's UFO'd. That's already going to someone. And I'm UFOing some of the gold collection. I just don't want to stitch on them. It's not that they're not pretty, but I don't want to stitch on them. So Fall Fairy is one. I'm not going to show you because I barely got anything on it. The other one is, I don't have a chart for it, which is why I'm just Fall Fairy. I don't know the name of the other one. It was this Fall Fairy, Enchantress, and the other one. So this one's Enchantress. I mean, they're beautiful, no doubt about it. Absolutely stunning, but not for me. I'm just at that point, in all honesty, where I've got so much I want to stitch, so much I want to focus on, that it's not that they're not beautiful, I just can't see myself putting these up on my wall, and they'll end up being gifted away. And I don't, like, even for my kids, like, I've got to want to stitch it as well, and I don't want to stitch these. I want them to go to someone who they are that will enjoy them. So yeah, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I somehow think there's another one, but I think that would be a restart as well. So a couple will be a restart. Most of them are UFO'd. I felt so good about it, guys. So I'm down to like 50 something WIPs. The number itself wasn't bugging me. It was that whole, I don't want to stitch on it. And why do I not want to stitch on it? Is it the fabric? Is it the design? And the majority of cases it was the design. It's not that they're horrible, but I can't see it up on my wall. I can't see myself committing years to do something that I don't love. I don't necessarily want on my wall or my kids' wall. Like, they like it, but they don't love it either. And I don't want to spend all that time doing something that isn't going to be enjoyed by whoever I give it to or myself. So that's it. That Joan Elliott was really hard though, because I loved that design. It was like my favourite Joan Elliott design when it came out, and ever. There's been a couple since then that I've really loved, but that was my favourite design for like the longest time. Had to buy it straight away, started it straight away, but that fabric is killing me. And I have come to the conclusion I would have finished this by now if it wasn't for the fabric. So that's definitely a restart. At some point, still haven't started anything, guys, still just happily plodding along, hoping to be in a better headspace. Winter sport is finished. We're actually going to take next year off winter sport and focus on getting this house together, getting the garden. Sophie turns 18 in 2 years, and then like she's planning on traveling and going to uni, and she wants an 18th party here. So we need to get some shit together. Sorry, language. Need to get stuff organised and just, we still haven't a kitchen. The kitchen's arrived, it's just not in. We haven't a garden, really. We just haven't been home. And when we have been home, we've been sick. So we just need to take a year off and take a deep breath and get back on par again. Alright guys, it's a really quick update. It's really erratic and I do apologise for that, but it was last minute and I was like, I'm going to get this done. Start afresh so I can like swap if I wanted to and work on something else. And yeah, thank you for subscribing, thank you for the comments, thanks for the likes. Guys have been pretty awesome considering how erratic I've been this year. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will hopefully be back, we'll say a month. I'm not going to do 2 weeks. I just don't stitch enough at the minute to do 2 weekly. And we'll talk to you then. Yeah, have a good one. Happy stitching.